After watching Batman Assault on Arkham, I could really say it wasn't so much a Batman film, more or less a Suicide Squad origin story, with Batman kind of sprinkled in. It felt like the live action Suicide Squad, but not with this much Batman. And if they would have done this Suicide Squad for when they first released it, I think it could have probably been 1,000 times better. So basically, Batman is trying to look for a bomb that the Joker placed, even though the Joker is in Arkham Asylum. So he's going around, but he kind of disappears in his own story or in his own movie, because the thing is literally called Batman Assault on Arkham. But the assault on Arkham comes from the Suicide Squad. Not really. And it's more like the James Gunn Suicide Squad, because you got King Shark in there. You got Boomerang, you got Deadshot. Yes, you got what's her name? Frost. She's like kind of like Mr. Freeze, but I can't remember her name because I want to say Emma Frost, but that's X-Men. That's a Marvel property. But anyway, so it's not exactly the same, but it's more. I mean, maybe it's just King Shark. So it's definitely more in line with the Suicide Squad. So you have Amanda Waller, assembling them, and she develops a way to kill. She wants to kill the Riddler because the Riddler figure out how to dispose of the bombs that she implants in the back of their heads. Now, if you're not familiar with the Suicide Squad 1 or the premise of 2, just take a look at some of the trailers or go watch Suicide Squad. So she basically implants something and she basically controls them in that way. She wants to kill the Riddler, like I said, because he figured out how to deactivate the bombs, right? So they won't have to be in control from Ms. Waller. So it's like two different stories, but ending up in the same area just by coincidence. And of course, Batman towards the end gets involved and saves Gotham, but a lot of characters die. Like King Shark, he gets his head blown off. Black Spider gets killed. There was another character. The Joker seems to be killed, but just like every ending, they could never find his body. Other than the little nitpicks, it was a good, entertaining film. I love Harley Quinn. Hands down, Harley Quinn is the best part of this movie. I like the way she was drawn. The actress that played the Harley Quinn, hats off to her. Her voice, the way she portrayed Harley Quinn, was excellent. And I think the actress name is Hynden Walsh, and I hope I'm not destroying that name. But she did a phenomenal job voice acting Harley Quinn. And also Troy Baker voicing the Joker. I didn't think anyone could do it, like Hamill, but he pulls it off kind of close, right? Am I wrong, or does anybody else agree with that? From the laugh, from the way he was acting, the Batman voice actor did a good job. I mean, they all kind of did an okay job, but I thought that the Joker and Harley Quinn, those two actors that were voicing them, did a phenomenal job. I completely enjoyed their performance. But I will say this, the voice acting by even Harley Quinn, the Joker, just everyone involved was very stale. There was a lot of pauses. The pacing in their acting, in their line delivery, seemed like it took too long. Some of the animation, especially when they were running, was a little wanky. And it just took me off from the enjoyment or fully enjoying this movie. Like I said, the plot was kind of I mean, I get it, but it was kind of not as exciting as other Batman movies that I've seen this year, as far as from DC animation, but still respectable. But I just thought the acting was very lackluster. It didn't seem like they were probably in the same room. And I've said this criticism about other animation lately now, even though I think this movie was out in 2014, if I'm not mistaken. Lately, currently, they're doing more like if you're at your house, I'll send you, you record it at your house, and then you send me the audio, and I'll record my audio in my house. It's not like olden days where everyone would, or like kind of like Pixar or Disney does it, where all the actors are basically in the same room so they could kind of play off of each other, which just gives it an extra little more pizzazz and a little bit more realism to the voice acting, because it's still acting no matter if you're just using your voice. And we've seen with Space Jam what horrible voice acting can do to a movie, and just takes you out because the voice doesn't match what you're seeing on screen. But other than that, again, it was an enjoyable film. There was parts where it took me off, so I'm gonna rate this movie a C plus, because there was more good than bad, but the bad is still noticeable. And just because of the voice acting, I couldn't give it more than a C plus. I was thinking about just giving it a straight up C, but I think a C plus is right where this movie should be. But anyways, those are just my thoughts. I would love to hear your thoughts in about this movie. What did you think? Am I wrong in my rating, or do you think it should be higher? Should it be lower? What did you think about Harley Quinn and the Joker? Do you think those actors kind of played it off pretty good? I thought so. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And like always, that's a wrap.